Hey guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. I planned this video. I planned on going down to the brew house and showing you. I haven't done anything brewing in the last like week and a half or so. So I have some stuff that's fermenting, and I have cold crashing beer. So my plan was to today to go down to the brew house and show you around in there and show you some of the stuff that's fermenting away down there. But the weather's just really crappy. It's just too damn lazy to get on my bike and bundle up and get on my bike and ride down to the brewery. So, plan B is to do a little Q&A. I have a lot of new subscribers. Thank you. Cheers to everybody who subscribed. I really appreciate it. And I get questions like a lot on YouTube here and on social media, and I probably should answer them in an actual video. So I have made a little list of frequently asked questions. Yeah, so I guess just I'm drinking my this is my double IPA from several homebrew Wednesdays ago. It's still drinking pretty nice. It's faded out. It's about two ish months old now, and it's gotten a lot maltier. The hops have faded out a little bit. I get a lot more of the rye that I put in it. This is the Fuck It Double IPA 2.0 Rye Edition, and yeah, it's actually a really nice beer now. When it was super fresh, it was a little intense, as you could see from that video that I probably linked up there. But now it's actually drinking really nice. I guess there is something to conditioning some bigger double IPAs for a while. All right, let's get to this Q&A though. I think I'm sure you're all fascinated. You all find me fascinating. I'm sure of it. So, first question: why is the channel called Rock On Beer? I get that a lot. So my name is Alex Rock. Yes, that is my real name. That is the name we've had for like 100 years. So uh, yeah, I didn't change it. Everybody thinks it's really cool. They did not grow up and go to high school with it. So yeah, maybe it's cool now in my 30s, but it wasn't so cool when I was a kid. But yeah, so my last name is Rock, and when I was coming up with this persona, this beer blog online thing, I wanted to use my last name in it because everybody said that I should. So Rock On Beer was what I came up with, and that's what the channel's called and the blog's called and all the social media. Follow me, by the way. Anyway, so where am I from? I am originally from a town called Port Huron, Michigan. I will put up a graphic to show where that is. So yeah, I'm from it's Port Huron. It's about 40 minutes from Detroit. It's right on the Canadian border. I lived like if you made a right turn out of the driveway of my parents' house, if you drove for 4 minutes, you'd be in Ontario. Yeah, so that's where I'm from originally. Where do I live now? Obviously, you can't really tell from my surroundings, but I actually live in Denmark now. I live in a city called Odense, and it's on a big island in the middle of Denmark. And I'm going to put up another graphic to show that. So I've lived in Denmark. I've lived here in this city, in this house for almost 5 years now, going on 5 years, and I've lived in Denmark for 7 years straight. Why? Why am I'm here? I get this. This is the question I get all the time. I'm married to a Dane. Got this sweet ring to prove it. And yeah, we met in school. We did the long distance thing for a while. I came and did a year of university here in Denmark, and Yeah, I went back to the U.S., tried to finish my degree there. Uh, yeah, didn't like it. Probably less than 6 months after I had come back from Denmark, I was back here again. And my wife and I were engaged, and we got married here in Denmark, and that was 7 years ago. So, yeah, that's why I'm in Denmark. I really like it here. It's it's different enough from the U.S., but it's also, I mean, weather-wise and everything, it's pretty much the same as Michigan. And I speak Danish to an extent, and I understand it, so I get along okay. I like it here. A lot of people wonder why I want to live in such a small country. I like it that it's small. But yeah, so I live in Denmark. I started brewing here. My wife's from here. We've got family here now, so yeah, I like it. And it's yeah, yeah. What do you want to know? I like Denmark. Sue me. No, you can't. You can't sue people as easily here. Yeah. How long have I lived here? 7 ish years. Depending on if you count all the times I visited and stuff. Why do I live here? Man, I've already went on a little monologue there and answered like all of my next questions. Now I'm totally screwed. How long have I been brewing? Yes, that one. I have been brewing for 5 ish years. I didn't actually start brewing until I moved to Denmark. I never had the space for it. I had friends who brewed in the U.S., and I thought it was really cool, and I was really into beer. When I lived in Michigan, obviously, it's not hard to be into beer when you have so many great breweries there. But I never tried brewing until I moved here and until we bought our house, and then I had like a decent sized kitchen. Because before that, we lived in really small apartments. There was no. I mean, there was space, but I was also a student. I have degrees in Denmark. I don't have any degrees from the U.S. My both of my degrees were I got them here. So I was a student for the first like 4.5 years, 4 or 5 years of when I moved to Denmark. So I know that there's some of you out there who are probably students who brew, but at the time it was just too much for me. But as soon as I graduated, I got into brewing. Yeah, 5 years ago when we moved here, I started like most people with an extract kit, dry Irish stout. If you're interested, it actually came out pretty good. It was pretty foolproof. It was like oh, I can't remember, Muntons or something. I bought it from the UK along with all my starter gear, and it was a can of dark malt extracts and some steeping grains, and then dextrose, yeah, to boost it up. And it actually came out relatively good. I don't know if I would be this into brewing if like my first beer hadn't come out so well. And then I did one more extract which got infected because I'm an idiot, and at the time I didn't know that you shouldn't add like brewed coffee into the unfermented wort. So got that one infected. I thought for sure that, and then I got obsessed. I got obsessed with going all grain because that's what all my friends were doing. So I went immediately to brew in a bag when I was here in the apartment, and then my wife got sick of my growing equipment collection, so she sent me off to the brewery that I brew in now. I found it through some friends. It's like a co-op brewery that we all pay into, and I store all my gear down there, and someday I will do a tour of it. I know it's been asked for by multiple people, so one day we'll get down there, we'll get the camera in there. You can see all my junk. You can see all the junk I keep in the harbor. But yeah, so I do only all grain now. I haven't done an extract kit in forever, not because they're bad, but they're actually really expensive here. So actually, all grain saves me a lot of money in Denmark. Blah 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 blah. Why did I start brewing blogging? That's the last thing I have on my list. I just answered why I started brewing. Hey, me who made this list, why would you put that question on there twice? You're probably drunk. I'm gonna tell you that this guy, he's a, he probably has a problem. By the way, it's noon right now. This is my lunch break. Just having a quiet 8% beer on my lunch break. But I'm responsible. This is a small glass. It's only 2/3 of a pint. I hope my boss isn't watching. Anyway, I started blogging when I moved to Denmark. I couldn't do really anything. You have this like quarantine period where you're not allowed to like study or go to school, or the only thing you can do is go to language classes, and it's to make sure the person who's sponsoring you to be in Denmark can support you. And so anyway, there was this almost a year period where I basically didn't have anything to do. So I this is gonna sound bad. I started drinking, not like oh woe is me. I started drinking my sorrows away. I had always been interested in beer, in craft beer, so I started going and tracking down like interesting Danish brews, and I started a little blog where I would take a picture of them and I would write like a short paragraph description, and I was just using it as a list for myself and just something to do to not go crazy. And then that's blossomed into I have the big written blog. And then now, obviously, you're watching me yakety yak here on the camera, so that's what that's turned into because I got too lazy to type out stuff. So here you go. Now you got to look at my ugly mug on the internet. Used to be you could just look at little beers and the ramblings of a madman. Now you got to actually hear the madman. You gotta get a peek behind the curtain. So anyway, I hope that was interesting. Congratulations if you made it this far. No worries if you turn it off. I am a very boring person. But yeah, so I thought that would be cool to do a Q&A or something, and I can refer to it in the future. If there's anything else you want to know, just leave me a comment, ask more questions. I'll answer it down there, or I'll make another video or something. Something. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Really, seriously, all my subscribers, I really appreciate you guys watching. And, share the videos, thumbs up, leave me a comment, questions, comments, anything you would like to put down there. And, yeah, I'll see you next time. Next time, I promise there will be some sort of home brewing-ish for next Wednesday. Promise. It's a promise from me to you. And I usually don't break them, like 50-50. All right, I'm done.